Hey guys, so I'm back at college, and throughout this entire time, I've been just remembering all the fun times I had with my friends and family while I was on break. Which reminds me of another time that I was with my father, and we found some abandoned houses, and oh god, what we later learned that day. So to put a time frame on it, it is roughly 2009, the turn of the decade, and my father is picking me up from school. So we're just driving back after running some errands, and we decide, you know what? Let's go down a route that we haven't gone before. Let's explore a little bit. Because you see, we don't want to go home. It's nice out. We want to just enjoy the day, drive around, get a little bit of scenery in our lives. So we go down this one road that we know about, but we haven't really explored that much. And on it, there's this one home. Now to put it nicely, this home was not in the best of shape. You see, the windows were all fogged up, the yard was always a mess, the siding on the walls was kind of coming off, the paint chipping, it was just not that ideal of a home. In fact, the only thing that really led us to think that there might be some sort of activity there was always just this one light bulb that was on at the front porch, just kind of dangling there. Now, we never saw it off, and we never ever saw anyone really there, so that's the only indicator that there was actually any type of life living there. And you know what we did with that information? We ignored it. Now you see, me and my father, we like to explore a bit, go on some sort of thrill rides, do something out of the norm. So we decided today was going to be the day that we were going to check out this one home. Now of course, 12-year-old me had some common sense and thought, you know, there's this light on, which means that someone must be paying for this electric bill, meaning someone probably lives there. So we continued going anyway, because who listens to a 12-year-old? We pull up to the home, and we start getting out, you know, scoping out the area, making sure there's no cars in the driveway, anything like that. We've never seen one before, but of course, this would probably be the one time that something would happen, right? We don't see anyone there, so we are a go. We get out of the truck and we start lurking around the place. Now, we don't want to check out the house. No, that is boring. That's been done before, everything like that. There is a barn though. A slightly rustic, worn down barn is to the side of the house, and that is what we are after. Because you see, breaking and entering into a home, that's one thing. Breaking and entering into a barn, it's a little bit of a gray area. Now, this entire time, I want to be really cautious because I just feel like, no, we're going to get caught. Something's going to happen. I don't want to do this. But my father is insisting, no, it's fine. I've never seen anyone here. Let's just check it out, see what there is. I mean, nothing's going to hurt us. And I see our logic is that we're going to break and enter during the day because nobody expects that. They'll expect you to do it at night. So we continue. We walk over to this barn, which is just open on one side, and then there's kind of a broken door on the other. So we go through, we start going inside, looking at all sorts of stuff. We see tools, we see old bottles, we see boxes of all sorts of stuff. The works. So we're looting through all sorts of stuff when suddenly the dreaded noise happens. I hear someone pulling up in the driveway, and I don't know what to do with myself. My father, he's still looking. He's still going through all sorts of stuff. But I notice someone pulled in. Our truck is sitting right there in the driveway. And if this is the owner, then, oh God, we have some explaining to do. I go over and tell my father, and he says, no, you're probably just hearing something because we're right next to the road, after all. So he continues for about 30 more seconds, and then someone else comes into the barn. They ask, of course, what we're doing, because we're just going through their stuff, apparently. And we just say, oh, I'm sorry. We thought this place was abandoned. We were just looking around, that kind of stuff. Really trying to just play it off a lot. And to be honest, they were actually pretty cool with it. They were like, oh no, I know that the place doesn't look that pretty and that we're trying to do some work on it, but no, this is my home. And then they politely asked for us to get off their property. So my father and I, we were like, okay, no, yeah, that's fine. We'll get away, we'll leave, everything like that. So we continue our journey back home. Now there's this one dirt path that is off of the road to get home again, and we've never been down there and we don't know what it is. So we just think, what are the chances of us getting caught twice in about an hour? Probably nothing, so let's do it. Now there's one difference though. We don't see anything at the end of this road. It goes way into the woods. Thing is, there is a chain fence blocking it, so we have to take that off first before we can even start to drive in. There's no markers like state land or anything like that around here, so we think, you know what, it's probably just like a hiking trail or something like that. Let's just go down there, see what happens. It probably only goes a few hundred yards. And so we start with the fence. This time I'm in the truck because I'm 12 and I don't know what to do with a metal fence. And my father goes out and he's trying to take it off. Now, it is hilarious how this went down. So he gets out, he goes and tries to unlink the chain fence. It's kind of stuck, but it's not locked or anything like that. It's just around two metal poles. So he starts undoing it, and right when he gets it undone, another truck pulls up. The chances of... I think someone just fell. Interesting. Anyway, the chances of this happening are so slim that I cannot believe myself right now. We were just caught about 20 minutes ago, and now we're getting caught again? What? So this time, my father has no idea what to say. He straight up was just undoing the fence to this one random place. We don't even know who this guy is. We just know he pulled over now and saw us caught in the act. So he comes over and he explains that this is his land and that he's actually building a house in the far back and that this is just his driveway and that he was just getting home. Wow, my father says. He's like, you should put up some markers or something like that. And the guy just looks at him like, no, maybe you shouldn't try and break into places. So we just, not even wanting to have any type of communication or anything like that, he just gets in the truck and we drive away and we just quickly get home as fast as possible. No more detours. We've already had the worst luck that we could that day. Every now and then my father and I will look back on it and we'll think, wow, you know, the chances of that happening are crazy and we don't really know what we were thinking doing all that. Because you see, the first house that we went into nowadays looks great. It's all refinished and everything, and I'm pretty sure it's new owners. And then the second place that we visited is fully established, nice gated entrance, all sorts of stuff. But still, we just wanted to go out and explore. And little did we know, we were going to cause so many issues. Still though, that is my story about how I was an accomplice to my father and when we tried to break and enter into 2 locations. If you have any opinions on this topic, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. If you liked it, make sure to show your support. If you want to see more content like this, ring the bell and subscribe. I'm Tyler, and until next time, I'll see you around.